in our discussion, and I wanted to give you an opportunity to summarize. We thank you for your willingness to sit for the interview, and if you have any final thoughts.
No, I'd just like to say I'm humbled by just the public. The public has been wonderful. Today we were at over at Crown College. You know, yesterday I was at the Carter Senior Citizens group meeting with a group out there, and just everywhere I go, people are just really wonderful, and they seem really excited about things,
Mm-hmm.
and that makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, a lot of working people in this community have invested a whole lot of time and effort into this community, and I'm just delighted and humbled.
Well, 88%. 88%.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Did you see that coming? Was that a shocker?
no, actually, well, I'll be honest with you. On the primary, let's see, we won the primary, I think, around 85%. My wife could give you the exact numbers
Oh,
down
yeah.
to the
Oh,
percentage,
yeah.
but
Oh, yeah.
I remember when those numbers came in, and I had the call, and they said, I said, all right, give it to me, and they said, this is early voting totals,
Mhm.
and they said my opponent 15%, and then they said Burchett 85,
Yeah.
and I said, what precinct was that?
Yeah.
And I was in shock.
Yeah.
I was literally in shock, and because you know with the computer now, as you well know, Martha. I mean, in this,
You have it right there, yeah.
boom. I mean, it
Yeah.
was. I think it was 8:07.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can remember, you know, my chief of staff and I were in. We walked over in the other room, and I mean, I nearly fell over. I mean, it just happened so fast, and you know, and I'll be honest with you, I cried a little bit
Yeah.
because I just thought of just
Your
that
dad.
emotion.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah,
I thought of my
yeah,
daddy,
yeah,
and it was just how tickled he would be, you know, and that was pretty big. That was-
He deserved it.
He did.
Your dad
He put through a whole lot. He, you know, he's the greatest generation, and he was my hero. He still is my hero. But you know, it was wonderful. It was just a wonderful experience. Like I said, my chief of staff, Dean Rice, was there. His two little girls were there, and I leaned over and told him, I said, I think your daddy's going to be able to work here in town pretty consistent now, girls. And they were just little girls. They were tickled to death, though, and they knew it was exciting. And I, you know, and my wife was there, and I don't think she quite understood it was her first campaign. She expected to win, you know, but I don't think anybody expected those kind of numbers.
It was really, have you done any research? I was trying to look into it to see if there's anybody ever been elected by those numbers.
People have, no, not contested, anyway, in a real contested race. People have made comparisons, but it's, you know, that election's over. You know, I mean, that's another thing. That's an awful lot of faith people have put in me, and I'd feel probably a little more confident in some of the things we're doing now if I'd have gotten 51%, you know. But I told my wife 50% plus one's a win. And I remember we were walking in down at the Crown Plaza. We were getting ready. I leaned over to my wife. I said, "Baby," I said, "remember this moment." I said, "because this will never happen again. This kind of numbers." And then little did I know, in the general election we would do a little.
88%.
Yes, ma'am.
On that?
Yes, ma'am. So, but it was just a great night.
Well, we love you.
Thank